Well, let's now move on to another bizarre story. Madras High Court has questioned the sanctity of marriage in its latest order that will have far-reaching impacts. Now, the court order states if a man and a woman are in a sexual relationship before getting married, they can be declared husband and wife. And the High Court said the marriage rituals like tying a thali, exchanging garlands and circling the fire pits are but just formalities for societal satisfaction. Now, Justice C.S. Karnan held that legal rights applicable to normal wedded couples will be applicable to couples who have had sexual relationships. The judge was passing orders in a petition filed by a Muslim woman who sought maintenance for herself and her 2 children from her estranged husband. Well, News Sri Kumar joins us on the phone line for more on this. Sri Kumar, this is a rather bizarre diktat that has been passed by the Madras High Court.
Yes, it seems to be, but the judge who has passed this order is telling that definitely it will help the young women who are all they pray for the men who are trying to have a relationship, sexual relationship with the girl, and finally they leave without tying knot or getting it married. They're just leaving all these things. It is rampant in our society at this moment. So to prevent this kind of activities, he passed this order. That's what he said to NewsX over the phone. So it's very clear the judge ordered on his side. But at the same time, it is raising lots of questions about the wedding, marriage system, and how the Indian society has been so far existing with this kind of institution of marriage. So everything is being questioned now, and he says it is only the societal lookout of getting married, but otherwise the personal relationship between the girl and boy or the man and woman definitely is bound to be the husband and wife relationship. So they should pay for that. That's what that says. So we have to get a more detailed legal opinion on this. But so far, this is the order of the Madras High Court.
And Sri Kumar, bring us a little background into why this order was passed in the first place. We are learning that a petition was filed by a Muslim woman.
Interestingly, that was the case filed by women and the lawyer Jayanti. Both both sides, I mean the prosecution side and the defense side, they did not appear for this final order of the judge case. But the judge Justice Karnan passed this order, going through the merit of the case. So it's even we are trying to get the sound bite from the lawyer, but they are not traceable at the High Court campus. But what we are learning is that Muslim women have filed this petition on challenging the boy who left her after did not pay to her, in the sense did not get any opportunity to get into the marriage or anything. So she filed this petition, and now the Madras High Court has given this order.
Right, Sri Kumar, stay with us. We'll keep coming back to you for more, but for now, let's tell our viewers that we do have a panel of guests sitting with us to discuss the same. We have Sanjana John, women rights activist, Rekha Agarwal, who's an advocate, Dolly Bindra, the actor, and Swaroop Sarkar, founder of Save Family Foundation. I thank you all for joining us at NewsX. Let me first go to each one of you all for your reaction on this bizarre diktat that has been passed in Tamil Nadu. Sanjana John, your reaction first.
I think it's totally misguiding our youth, because like we know, we have a huge youth population, and by endorsing and accepting such a thing, it's one, telling them it's okay to live in, you have full freedom to do what you want. At the same time, you're imposing certain rules and regulations on them by saying, well, it's pretty much that you are married once you are living in together. So both sides you can look at two flip sides of the same coin, and I think keeping in mind our culture, our traditions and our value system, it's not really the appropriate step that we've taken, and it's going to send a very wrong message out, definitely to our youth. So it is important for us to take a step back and see how much control should come in, because up to the point like giving the person the right to alimony, I mean the funds that's fine. But saying that they have to go for divorce once they live in together, I think that's taking it a step too far, and definitely I think we're going to see a lot of problems because there's no standard formalized acceptance of this in every court all over India.
Right, and Dolly, what do you think of this order that has been in fact passed in Tamil Nadu?
I appreciate the order and I salute whatever the statement is. I salute the judge for saying all this, because women needs, in today's life, women needs the kind of security which they don't get it. The reason people getting married 4 times, 4 times to 3 times to 2 times, at times you don't know how many marriages that person is having. And if tomorrow's and today's as the percentage of the youth is 70%, young youth, at least they'll decide also, they'll think twice whether we need to have a relationship with this girl or no, so tomorrow I have to get married to her. So either way, I salute it. I really like the judgment. I really appreciate it, and I would appreciate it more security for the woman for tomorrow. That is good, and she's taken care very well, whereas alimony is concerned, where the kids are concerned, where the future aspects are concerned.
Swarup, would you agree with Dolly there? Is it a positive move for both?
First of all, people have to understand why this marriage system in our society or all over the world came. 2000 years before, nobody used to get married. So, are you saying that we are going back to the 2000 years before, there is no need of a legally married? Now, Supreme Court, 21st October has clarified what is the live-in relationship and what is a legally wedded spouse. All over the world, the living relationship and legally wedded wife is not having the same right. In this judgment, as long as providing the maintenance, protection as per Domestic Violence Act or CRPC 125, I think is fine. But the judge has gone overboard. I think Supreme Court what had defined, judge has not able to correlate with that things, and this thing we told to the Parliament during Domestic Violence Act, please redefine what you are talking about the relation like marriage. Otherwise, such type of judgments will be coming, and 2005, what we told to the Parliament, today we are witnessing, and tomorrow we will be witness more and more such type of contradictory judgments, depending on the judge's case at hand and their mindset.
Rekha, what are the pros and cons of such a judgment?
I think a judgment like this is going to boomerang totally on both the man and the woman. The very idea of providing protection to women, which is I think the foremost idea in the mind of the judge when he pronounces judgment, was to provide some kind of a succor to the woman who has been, her spouse is trying to abandon at this stage of life. She's got 2 children through this live-in relationship, and now probably he just wants to leave her high and dry. The idea was to provide some kind of shelter, some kind of maintenance, some kind of help to her in her time of need. For that, our lawmakers have already provided Section 125 CRPC. We already have the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act. We already have the Indian Succession Act, the Hindu Succession Act, where some kind of shelter, some kind of protection has been given to children born of relationships which are not strictly legal, what we call illegitimate children. And now one step further, our legislature has also pronounced the Domestic Violence Act, under which any woman who has not got married to her partner, she can get maintenance under the Domestic Violence Act. So once, up till now, as I just to clarify, there were enough laws to provide maintenance and help to illegitimate children. There was no law to provide help to women who are only in a live-in relationship and who have not got married to their partner. For that, the Domestic Violence Act came into play, and the live-in relationships were getting their recognition in society and in law. Now to go one step further and say that it amounts to marriage is going to boomerang totally, is going to take away the very concept of providing shelter, maintenance, some kind of help to the destitute woman. Is going to boomerang on the woman. Tomorrow the woman who's only in a live-in relationship, who's only trying to explore the idea whether she should get married to this partner ultimately or not, or whether she should get married to any other partner or not get married at all to anybody else. The very idea for live-in relationship is to provide freedom to the parties concerned. And
so do you think, Rekha, that would curtail only to the modern society and to the modern woman per se?
it is going to boomerang not only on the modern woman but even on what we call rural women with the rural
Forced marriage.
absolutely right, forced marriage is going to take place. We have all
Right, Rekha, I'd request